January 28th, 2023, testimony number 10 about 2019 New Year's Eve. So normally Christmas break, I'm in Poland with my parents. 2019, I was working for VistaJet. I wasn't taking enough holidays. Well, I had a lot of leftover holidays in conjunction with bank holidays. All in all, it was around 3 weeks. So I left for Christmas on December 13th, 2019. New Year's Eve, 2019, I got woken up. I was in my room in my parents' flat. I got woken up around 4 or 5 a.m. It was strange, my heart was, beating somewhat, it was hard, like elevated, pounding. I wouldn't say pounding, but ish, right? Left arm pain. It was just something, something resembling some sort of a cardiac situation, heart attack ish, right? At the time, obviously, I'm conscious of my weight and everything. I don't have any issues with walking. I walk around and it's just symptoms resembling something of cardiac nature, so that got me worried. I took an Uber. I went to local A&E. The moment I started working for VistaJet, there was a whole series of similar situations that prompted visits to A&E here in London, St. Thomas Hospital. And upon arriving, it never was anything. There was never anything. Like, there was nothing out of ordinary, right? So it was clearly something that created symptoms of something of cardiovascular nature. There was never any issues, right? But someone was able to create symptoms. I don't know if someone or something, but ever since I started working for VistaJet, right, 2019, a whole series of strange situations. This will be a separate episode, right? So anyways, going back to December 31st, 2019, I went to local, it's called SOR in Poland. I was in the waiting room. There was now a couple of people. There was nobody around, right? But I had to wait for, they told me I'll have to wait for a while. I had my Apple Watch, so I was checking my heart rate, regularly. During that wait, it was around 100 BPM, so abnormally high. 100-ish, 101, around that, stress, anxiety, whatever, right? A guy appeared, male nurse. He said, it's most likely it's not a heart attack or anything, because you would be feeling it. You would be feeling squeezing in your chest and all that. So he just checked my pulse using the pulsometer, whatever the thingy, the clamp on the finger. He said, you should be fine. You have nothing to worry about. Just go to local GP practice in the morning. Just get yourself an ECG just to be safe, but you should be fine. So that was reassuring enough. I went home. In the morning, I went to that local GP. They did an ECG. Everything was normal. The doctor checked my blood pressure. It was a bit 150, 123-ish. Obviously, given my weight at the time, 160 kilos, it's nothing. It's to be expected, right? That doctor prescribed me some mild blood-lowering medicine or whatever. I took it until it lasted, right? That pack, so mid-January. That's pretty much it. Usually, I spend New Year's Eve with my parents. My aunt and uncle, they were supposed to visit us that evening. At some point around 8-9 p.m., they called my mom. They messaged us. I think they called my mom. They said that their hamster died and that they can't come in because of that, because their hamster died and they're not in the mood, so we have to visit them instead. So we did. We took an Uber to their flat. We spent New Year's Eve at their flat in Gdańsk Główny. What was memorable is when we were at midnight, when we went out to play with fireworks. At some point, a lady started telling me off for playing with fireworks. Like, it's New Year's Eve, everyone's there's fireworks all around you. She's talking down on me for playing with fireworks, and it's New Year's Eve, right? I mean, everyone's playing with fireworks. So I pulled out my phone. I started recording her. I wished her happy New Year's Eve.
Szczęśliwego Nowego Roku, dużo zdrowia, szczęścia, pomyślność.
Ridiculous. Perhaps it was used to stage something. These people are playing with this kind of, they create situations in which they can use to against you, right? So we got back into their flat. It was just nothing out of ordinary. What was interesting is my dad took some unflattering pictures of myself, of me, right? Just like purposely, just to make fun of me, like but there's a picture of my belly sticking out, like just clearly he's doing something to for that purpose, right, for laughs and giggles or for something else, right. I had a conversation with Leah. I mentioned that during one of our conversations. I literally mentioned that, right? But you can see she interpreted that as something else. So clear indication that she's communicating cryptically, right? From time's perspective, what I suspect might have happened, my parents' flat was pretty much vacant from 9 p.m. till when we get back 5 a.m. Anyone could have entered that flat, and I keep all of my hard drives with with pictures, with wedding videos and everything. I keep it at my parents' wedding equipment, camera and everything. I keep it at my parents' flat. So it is possible that someone staged this situation to gain access to my hard drives. Someone clearly tampers with my pictures, with my videos. It is possible that people from VistaJet, right, my coworkers, namely CEM team, right, people from VistaJet, came in to steal my data, right, pictures, videos. This whole situation looked artificial, right, like we can't come in to celebrate New Year's Eve because our hamster died. It sounded like my dog ate my homework kind of a thing. So it seemed artificial. So it is possible that this situation was staged for that purpose, possibly connected to the case. I'm fairly convinced it is.